The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
We had very productive meetings. We made a lot of progress.
We're making great headway.
Our hope is that we are in the final weeks of having an agreement.
I think we're pleased with the progress.
It's got a very, very good chance of happening.
We're closer than we ever have been before. The talks have been productive.
They were constructive discussions between both parties.
Here we go again. Are you out of your mind? Listen, I can't believe that all this going on with the tariffs. I mean, with tariffs comes cost. The cost of everything is going. We have 2,500 items that are increasing in cost 25%. Wages have gone up 3%. What are you, nuts? So we are going to be paying, and the 2,500 items, everything we use, that's going to go up 25%. That's insane. Wages can't keep up with that. That's inflation, man. And inflation is really bad. So if you think about it on a monthly basis, between the cost of these tariffs and the cost of student loans and credit cards, auto loans, credit cards, student loans, you're talking about a $60 billion increase a month in spending. $60 billion a month. That's about $80 a month in wages. That's right. The last increase in wages they're saying now is about $4 a day, about $80 a month. Against $60 billion in cost increase. This is a killer. Inflation, no one's talking about the inflation. Inflation's a killer. That's why they don't want to talk about it. Trump's pretty smart. He's going to take Powell and pin his ears to a corner. Remember, Powell was the guy that came out when Trump went after him and said, I don't care what he says. Here, listen. Remember when he raised the rates and when the market crashed, it went down 20% because the rates went up 2.5% and Trump was angry?
I don't necessarily agree with it because he's raising interest rates. I am not happy about it.
So he's not happy about him raising interest rates, but now tariffs are going up 25%. Trump's doing this on purpose. He's going to force this guy into QE. He's going to force, again, zero interest money. And remember what Powell said.
I don't think it would be appropriate for me to comment on other elected officials or on the president.
Really?
We thought carefully about this, on how to normalize policy, and came to the view that we would effectively have the balance sheet run off on automatic pilot and use monetary policy, rate policy, to adjust to incoming data. And I think that has been...
blah, blah, blah. What he's saying is that when rates are going up, that, he'll adjust it, not to worry about it. When you have rates, he kept those rates going up 2.5%. He said, well, we'll figure out how to adjust this. No big problem. It's a big problem. 2.5% was a big problem because the market went down 20% because of it. Because people can't take any more. We talked about people being debt slaves. They're debt slaves today. So they couldn't handle 2.5% increase in rates. Now you got tariffs going up, and you got the cost of living going up. With a lousy $4 a day raise, and everybody's jumping around on these financial shows, all excited about the $4 a $4 a day raise. Apple, they're going to increase their price on their iPhone by 14%. What are you, nuts? But it got a 3% raise. Oh, you got a 3% raise. This is insane what's going on. But Trump's got a plan. He's going to pin this guy back, Powell back. He's going to pin him back, pin his ears back. See, but again, as I say, no one's talking about inflation, which is terrible for the economy. We're seeing it everywhere. We're seeing it in commodities. We're seeing it in oil. Look at oil. Oil is almost 36% since December. Wages up 3%. They're saying how great the economy is. The economy's fantastic, they're telling us. Trump is forcing tariffs. He wants these tariffs. I told you from day one that this was going to happen. I said China will never agree to what Trump wants. Trump wants a tariff fight. He wants tariffs to go up. He wants to force inflation, to force Powell into a position that he has to do another QE. And remember, here's what Trump has learned. Stocks do their worst when inflation first spikes. And guess what? Inflation is spiking right now with the announcements of tariffs of an increase of $60 billion a month extra. So think about that. So he's going to force these tariffs to force inflation. And there's only one thing he can do. Quantitative easing. That's all Powell can do to fight this is quantitative easing, lowering rates back to zero. That's how he fights this inflation. Pretty smart on Trump's part, because here's what Trump knows. Once he gets back to near zero, the stock market will take off again, and it'll bring him right into a second term. Because when those rates go back down to zero, the very wealthy, who participate in this market since 2008, these are the very wealthy. These are people, 85% of their income comes from the stock market. They're going to participate again. And the market's going to go up, and people are going to be told by all these financial shows, oh, look at this, the economy's doing great. We know it's the stock market's doing great, but the economy is in terrible shape because we got inflation. And that's why it's important to find stocks, the companies that are generating cash, not debt. And that's what I do for my members. That's what I'll be doing for my members with my color-coded chart, which is identifying which stocks we should be in. But we want to find stocks that generate cash, not more debt. That's nuts. Now think about it. Between the increase in the cost of auto loans, student loans, credit cards, and now these tariffs on 2,500 goods that we import, that inflation means you have to pay more for the same goods and services you purchased a month earlier. But here's the funny thing about all this. They'll say, oh, but our economy is growing. Wait a minute, they cheat. When you got to pay more for the same item that you purchased a month earlier, they're not selling more units. If you go buy hamburger and the price went up 20%, they say, oh, look at this, the economy's growing. No, the economy didn't grow. You're selling the same number of units, but what grew was the cost. But they lie and say, oh, there's no one. Look at this. This is great. This is great. So inflation is a terrible thing for the economy and for your lifestyle. So Trump will win. He's going to win. They're going to lower rates. And they're going to do another QE. And this time you got to be in. You got to be in. Now, you know, when they raised the cost less, now it's costing, I think it's $25 billion a month more for your credit cards and so forth. Remember the 401k, okay? What happens to that 401k because of the credit cards? I'll talk about that when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hannah complained of a headache. It was a rhabdomyosarcoma. Within a few days, Hannah was in treatment because we were told that the tumor was very aggressive. And it very quickly became clear that St. Jude was the ultimate place to be. So we've essentially put our lives in South Africa on hold. Incredibly blessed to be here. St. Jude is an asset to the world. The research that is developed here is offered freely to the rest of the medical world. The entire way that the place operates is just to give and to care. I think it's the kind of place that not only stands as a beacon for pediatric cancer, but I think it could teach the world a couple of lessons about how to treat people. And I think if those lessons could be learned, even in their most basic form, this world could be a better place.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. No matter if the market is up or the market is down, Phil Grandy and his Phil's Gang members prepared for market volatility and making profits.
Cisco in April, we're up 4%. We just got in that in April. Lockheed Martin, we're up now 7%. Facebook, we bought April 9th, we're up 10%. Morgan Stanley, we're up 11%. WLL, we bought April 1st, we're up 19%. And let's take this year, the spiders, the S&P 500, we are up 16%. Apple, we're up 26%. Railroad, CSX, we're up 17%. And at the end of the day, when the market keeps going up and up and up, and you're in that market, you're never out in time. You ride it all the way back down, especially with your 401ks. Let's change that today. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Let's change it today.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, the market is now at 315 points. And again, there's a lot of short covering that's going on. You got to wait for this market to settle down a bit. And the important thing right now is we are seeing we have more sellers of stock at this time yesterday than we have buyers today. So don't be jumping in out of, I better get in. I got to buy in the pullback. I got to buy in the pullback. That's not going to work. The amount of people that are buying on pullbacks, get in, buy in a pullback, have really been cut in half. Smart money's not buying on the pullback. They know what's going on here, and they want to see if these rates are going to be lowered. And they're going to do QE. So they're just kind of laying on in the background. But again, it's interesting to see on the spiders, you have far more sellers yesterday at this time than you have buyers. If you look at the bank stocks, which drive the stock market, that's why you need to join the gang. This is what we do for our members. We help them all the way through. Hey, your 401k manager, does he talk like this to you? Does he help you like this and guide you? I don't think so. Okay, the other thing is the bank stocks. If you remember, they held the bank stocks up. The plunger team, they would not allow the bank stocks to break through their key support. That's the one thing Trump didn't want to happen. He didn't want a big sell-off. If you remember, I said and I predicted about 2 weeks ago there'd be a 5% correction. I think within the next couple of weeks we'll get a 5% correction at least. And we did. Got a 5% correction. I told my gang that they're going to correct by 5%. Trump's not going to let it drop altogether. He wants it to drop enough to put fear in Powell's head. At the same time, raise those tariffs, make sure there is no agreement by not, again, Chinese. He knew the Chinese would never agree to, okay, if you steal from us again, our technology, you're going to have even more tariffs put on. They weren't going to agree to that. So now we got the tariff sitting out there, and we got inflation. That is what's scary to Powell. Inflation kills an economy. There's nothing worse than inflation. If the inflation rate is too high, meaning your wages aren't keeping up with inflation, that kills the economy. The economy can't grow. Trump knows this. Powell knows that. That's why it's important to be in the right stocks, and it's important to make sure the money that you have made in your 401k over the last few years, make sure you're in a position to mitigate any of your losses. But you can't do that in your 401k. That's why join my gang. Let us guide you. I mean, it's unbelievable what's going to happen, and nobody realizes it. And remember, you get this announcement where they come out, and it just goes over people's head. It really does. When they say, well, you got credit cards, student loans, okay, credit cards, student loans, and auto loans. They've increased in cost by $35 billion a month. So nobody really understands what that means, nor do they care. Most people don't care. I mean, $25 billion rather. And then you got the tariffs on the 2,500 items. That's going to be another 35. So between the two, there's going to be 60 billion more in cost. So here's what's going to happen. Remember, the 401k, one of the many reasons it doesn't work, the top reason is people borrow money out of their 401k to pay down credit card debt. Pay down credit card debt. That's why 401ks has been a failure. That's why they don't work. When a 401k was put in place, remember, it was a supplement to the pension. The CEOs who were making big money, they never had to go into their 401k and borrow money, pay down on their credit card. That's why it worked for them as a supplement, because what it was to hide their taxes. Okay, so when they got a bonus, they didn't have to pay tax on it. when they got a membership to a golf country club from their from their boss, they didn't have to pay tax on it. So this 401k is just bad all the way around. It was never designed. But here's the other thing. Think about this. So spending grows the economy. Now, remember, the GDP, they lie to us like they lie about inflation. They tell us inflation is only 2%. 1.9%. Well, they're lying to protect, or not to protect. The government doesn't want to pay an additional bunch of money for cost of living expense for 88 million people. So they lie. But they also lie about the growth. Because remember, it takes $191 billion in spending to grow the economy by 1%, the GDP by 1%. But wait a minute. Here's how they lie to us. They'll say, oh, the economy grew this quarter by 1.5%. But what they don't tell you, it wasn't more units they sold. They didn't sell more cars than last quarter or last month. They didn't sell more bicycles or motorcycles than last month. Prices went up, but they count that price increase as, oh, look at the economy's growing. Remember this? Remember when Bush, after the crash, said this?
This work begins with keeping our economy growing, and I encourage you all to go shopping more.
See, they make it like it's your responsibility to be an American. Go shop more so that we can increase the growth, so we can say, look at our growth. But they cheat because that growth, you don't count the increase in price. If I went out and I bought a lawnmower for $1,000, and now the tariffs have just hit on lawnmowers, now I got to pay, instead of $1,000, I got to pay $1,250. Well, they count that $250 as part of GDP growth. No, it's not. What's happened is the price went up. Wages didn't go up $250. So they even lie about our growth. So spending is measured by dollars instead of unit sales. And as I'm saying, we got a real situation now where with these tariffs, you're going to have a great opportunity to make money when this market crashes. And there's no place for this market to go but down. They're holding it up. And I'll tell you how they're holding up when we come back. Look, join my gang. They're waiting for your call. $39.95. You're going to love it because we tell you the truth and what to do.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been telling you since January of 2018 the market was going to crash, and what was going to tip the market over is China and the global economy, that it was slowing. Now what are you hearing? Nobody ever talks about the bond market. I always talk about the bond market with my gang because we watch the bond market. This is how we get our returns. Give you an example. We bought in January Netflix. We also bought Nike. We bought Hess. And we bought Airlines, LUV. Those four, we have an 18% return. Again, I'm not saying every gang member made 18%. I can't say that because I don't know when they get in or when they get out. I give them the instructions when to get in and when to add to their position, when to take profits, when to get out, when to run like hell. And if they follow that, then that was the returns we had on those four stocks.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
If you're like me, you don't have time to trade in the stock market, so why not invest in the market? The MV2 stock chart and philsgang.com continue to make me profits in the market. You see, the MV2 is specifically made for those who do not have time to invest, but they have income to invest in the market, and I spent very little to begin my investment journey. It's the easiest stock chart to read, and that's why I spend little time invested in reading the chart. The MV2 simply tells me when to get into a stock and, most importantly, when to get out. I invest in a stock and I don't worry about the investment because I subscribe to the Phil's Gang alerts and they tell me when to take my profits. Yes, it's that easy. Go to philsgang.com or call them 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Joining Phil's Gang was the best financial decision I have ever made.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1 percentile? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
PhilsGang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang Radio Show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang Social Media, keeping you connected.
Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so let's think about this. Between your auto loan, your student loan, your credit card debt, and the new tariffs on the goods, 2,500 goods. Think about 2,500 goods. They're going to raise the cost 25%. Put all that together, you got a $4 a day raise to offset, okay, $226 billion a quarter, or you got like a monthly increase of wages of about $80. Okay, or a quarter, about what's that? About I think the quarter, let's say $300, not even that much. So let's say it's $240. So your wages increase $240 a quarter, but inflation, okay, and with everything that's going on, you're going to have to pay $226 billion more. Isn't that ridiculous? But Trump knows this. Don't worry. Trump is going to let this market it's going to collapse one more time here. Remember I said we're going to get a 5% correction? We did. Then I said we'll get a rally, okay, a little rally, and then it's going to collapse again, and then he'll finally give in, Powell, and he'll say, okay, I'm throwing the towel in. We're going to QE, and then we're going to get this big, huge run in the market. And for all you people who got into bonds, That's a terrible thing. Everybody after 2008 got into treasuries, got into bonds. They said, I just don't want to lose money. That's the worst thing you could be in. Don't look. When you have this kind of inflation between the tariffs and everything else, you got to invest in the stock market. That's the only way you can fight inflation or benefit from inflation. That's all you can do. And if you join my gang, Phil's gang, not only will you be investing in the stocks that are going up, with that same ease, we also invest in stocks that are going down. So we're making money on the way down. You can't do that in your 401k. I've never suggested you get rid of your 401ks. You would never get rid of it because I'll never convince you because the employer matches you. That's why they use that beautiful hook. Ted Bennett said the same thing. That hook is what made the 401k. They sucked everybody into this trash called 401k by saying, we're going to match every dollar you put in, we're going to match a dollar, which they don't match. It doesn't happen. Because what they have done is adjusted your salary base, taking in consideration that what they've got to match. So if a job was $68,000, when you take that job, you're only going to get paid $58,000. So every job has a certain cost to it by the employer, okay, what it costs. So he always reduces that cost down. Also, by the way, most people never get that money because you have to stay invested for 6 years. They already figured out through computer models, very few people ever stay with a company 6 years. Very few people. So most of the time, you never even get that money, never gets transferred over to you. But let's talk about the economy, what you got to do here now. Look, we got to break the back of this inflation. Powell has no choice, okay? He's got to raise rates. Just like Volcker did with Carter and Reagan. He raised rates to 20% because all he cared about, Carter and Reagan, the break the back of inflation. Every time, because inflation's a killer. It's a killer. It kills the economy. I mean, if you don't think an increase, okay, of $226 billion a quarter between all the costs of your credit cards and auto loans and student loans and all these tariffs not going to break the economy, of course it will. Of course it will. That's a lot of money. But again, they're going to lie to you about inflation. Oh, we don't have to raise rates because inflation's 1.8%. That's a big lie. That's a big lie. See, we used to depend on the middle class to have the most disposable income. See, the middle class is the foundation of our country. It was Obama who destroyed the middle class. He wanted to destroy the middle class because he's a socialist. And if you're a socialist, you know you got to get rid of the middle class to have a socialist country. You got to get rid of them. So that's what he did with all this free health care, free this, free that. So wages weren't going up. So you got to remember, we used to depend on the middle class when we had unions before we had this globalization. We have strong unions, and you went to work for, whether you were a high school dropout or not, you go work for a company, you got a beautiful pension, you had that job forever, you were taken care of, and you had you had disposable income. After you paid your taxes and other bills, you had purchasing power. When you have inflation like this, it takes your purchasing power right away from you. And so it happened. The middle class, which was our foundation of our economy, and because remember, they provide the small businesses that create 68% of our jobs. Remember, more small businesses closed under Obama than any other president because he wasn't there helping. So middle class got really wiped out. This is what's very dangerous about our economy right now. So if you think about these tariffs, I think it's going to put us in a position, okay, where we're going to get another big rally. But we're going to get, first of all, a big sell-off first. So don't get excited that the market's just going to rally. Because right now what we're seeing today, example, we still had more sellers yesterday in the market than buyers because people are still hesitant. They're still hesitant what's going on here, and they're kind of laying back in the weeds, you see. So why don't you just join my gang? That's all, and we'll guide you. And what we have is our portfolio. We have 5 individual stocks we've been in for years, and we have 3 ETFs Okay, they're the index ETFs, the spiders, IWM, okay, and we also have IWM, SPY, and SMH, and then we have about 5 ETFs, like industrials, the top ones, industrials and materials. Join my gang. You don't have to do a thing. 2:00 in the afternoon, we get together during the day, and we identify exactly what you need to do with each one of those ETFs or each one of those individual stocks. We give you the instructions, and you follow those to the T. You join today for $39.95. Don't do anything for a month. Just pay attention to our instructions per our MV2 color-coded chart that tells us when to buy and when to sell. At the end of that month, you're going to have that experience. You're going to see it, and you're going to say, all I have to do is just follow these guys' instructions. That's all I got to do. And yes, when the market goes down, you'll be prepared to sell short. You can't do that with your 401k. You're going to get killed. So we got right now these tariffs. What do people do right now? Remember I told you, the minute the tariff hits, inflation goes up. And the spike in inflation, what hurts the market immediately, because people start buying more than they need. When you got a 25% increase on 2,500 goods that are coming over from China, between building materials and wine and everything we use, people then start buying more than they need to avoid tomorrow's high prices. So the supplier can't keep up. Neither can wages. So as a result, everyday goods are priced out of reach of the people. This wage increase of 3% is a joke. Now the Fed needs to start raising rates right here, right now, to slow consumption so people don't go out and start buying more than they need. He needs to raise rates, but Trump's smart enough to know Powell won't raise rates. He stopped at 2.5%. He wants them to cut them. He should be raising rates right now to slow inflation. He won't have the guts to do that. Powell's not going to have the guts to do that. He's not going to do what Vogler did. He tried and he failed at 2.5%. He didn't stay with it. He should be at 5-6%, even though at 2.5%, it was hurting the economy. He should have done what Vogler did, stay with it to break the back of inflation. But instead, they lie about inflation. Join my gang right now. 877-600-GANG. And remember, help the kids. When you do well, help the kids of St. Jude. We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Does your money manager send you an alert when the stock position that you're in goes up or it goes down? Does your brokerage send you an alert to get out of a stock position so you don't lose money? Of course they don't. Here at philsgang.com, we keep all of our members engaged with the stock positions that we recommend. Nobody does that for their clients. Nobody. Go to philsgang.com and become a member to get up-to-the-minute alerts. That's philsgang.com. Stop losing money and start making money with Phil's Gang.
Hannah complained of a headache. It was a rhabdomyosarcoma. Within a few days, Hannah was in treatment because we were told that the tumor was very aggressive. And it very quickly became clear that St.Jude was the ultimate place to be. So we've essentially put our lives in South Africa on hold. Incredibly blessed to be here. St.Jude is an asset to the world. The research that is developed here is offered freely to the rest of the medical world. The entire way that the place operates is just to give and to care. I think it's the kind of place that not only stands as a beacon for pediatric cancer, but I think it could teach the world a couple of lessons about how to treat people. And I think if those lessons could be learned even in their most basic form, this world could be a better place.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Does your money manager send you an alert when the stock position that you're in goes up or it goes down? Does your brokerage send you an alert to get out of a stock position so you don't lose money? Of course they don't. Here at philsgang.com, we keep all of our members engaged with the stock positions that we recommend. Nobody does that for their clients. Nobody. Go to philsgang.com and become a member to get up-to-the-minute alerts. That's philsgang.com. Stop losing money and start making money with Phil's Gang.
No matter if the market is up or the market is down, Phil Grandy and his Phil's Gang members prepared for market volatility and making profits.
Cisco in April, we're up 4%. We just got in that in April. Lockheed Martin, we're up now 7%. Facebook, we bought April 9th, we're up 10%. Morgan Stanley, we're up 11%. WLL, we bought April 1st, we're up 19%. And let's take this year, the spiders, the S&P 500, we are up 16%. Apple, we're up 26%. Railroad, CSX, we're up 17%. And at the end of the day, when the market keeps going up and up and up and you're in that market, you're never out in time. You ride it all the way back down, especially with your 401ks. Let's change that today. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Let's change it today.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. Call now, waiting for your call. Think about our stocks in January. Apple, we're up 26%. February, 17%. And Costco, CSX, 17%. This is what we do.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, when I told my members, I said, we're going to get a 5% pullback. And I said, Trump is going to make sure that happens. And it happened, and we got the 5%, exactly what I predicted. Just like when I predicted in January 2018, we get a crash in 2018. I also said December will be the worst month of the year because that's when it's going to really capitulate the crash, and it did. And you can see this. I mean, that's the one thing. If you follow me, just follow me for a month. And just judge me on my performance and the performance of my charts to tell you when to buy, when to sell. You don't have to make that decision. You don't even have to interpret what the chart is saying. We do the interpretation for you. With my 5 individual stocks and my 6 or 7 ETFs, same ones every day, day in, day out. You don't have to have all kinds of stocks. There's no such thing as the hot stock or the hot company. It doesn't matter. As long as you follow the money of any company, of any stock, it doesn't matter. Just stay with the same ones all the time because you get really good with it. You really do. You get to understand they all have a flow. And my color-coded chart follows that flow, follows that rhythm. Try it for 1 month. Call right now. 877-600-GANG. Call right now. Join. It's just $39.95. And you'll say, I'm so glad I listened. He made a difference in my life, on my financial life. He made a difference. I hear that all the time. Now, I want to play this cut. This is Mark Cuban. Remember, he's so smart. He said if Trump was elected president, the market would crash. This is how smart this guy is.
You know, the people that make the least amount of money spend the greatest percentage of their income. And so I think it's incumbent upon capitalists like me to pay attention. Look, in any business, you have to look at the short term and the long term, right? And as someone who's wealthy, as someone who is looking to benefit the company, every capitalist has got to do the same thing. We've got to say, look, if we at the top make a little bit less and we help those at the bottom more, capitalism gets stronger. And it's not socialism, it's stronger and smarter and better capitalism. And I think it's incumbent on us. Look, that's what capitalism is all about. The people who have busted their ass and worked their way to the top came up with better ideas, and that's how they became rich. That's how they became successful. And it doesn't stop when it comes time to help other people that are less fortunate.
Yeah, you're so smart. How come you were wrong about Trump? Look, here's what capitalism is about. Guys like him who made a fortune, they take that money and they donate it. We are such a generous country. It's incredible. To think of socialism is so stupid. It's unbelievable. The guy who started Home Depot, look what he did. Any kid that's in college become a doctor now in certain hospitals around the country. Free. He said, all these kids are going to certain hospitals to do their internship. I'm going to pay for your student loan. That's what Ken Lane go. That's what capitalism is about. See, capitalism encourages innovation. Obama never encouraged innovation. He wouldn't know innovation if he tripped over it. Capitalism, you have a goal, an individual goal. Everybody's not going to be an entrepreneur. That's not how the world was set up. Everyone's not going to be an entrepreneur. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. And when you start handing people, I'm not talking, there's a difference between charity. There's a difference between a hand up than a hand out. He's talking a hand out. I'm talking about hand up. You can get somebody, the real homeless guy, okay, he wants to be homeless. That's what he picked. He picked to live on the street. And I'm not talking about the people who have mental issues. They should be in hospitals and so forth. That's a different subject for a different day. But there's homeless people who like that lifestyle, who want to be homeless. They have every trick in the book to raise money as a homeless person. They want to be homeless. They don't want any responsibilities. They don't want to be innovative. Although, believe me, a lot of them are innovative the way they raise money. There's no question. Socialism promotes equality and fairness among society, they tell us. Are you kidding? Here's the problem with socialism. They own. The state owns our resources. They own everything. When you start a business, they own it. Why would you want to do well when the state owns your business? You're not going to be encouraged to be innovative when you know the state's going to take your business over and the state says, I know better than you do. Matter of fact, I know better how to handle your family than you do. This is what socialism is about. Socialism is very dangerous. Capitalism is, look, a guy gets up in the morning and says, I want to do better. If he's working at Walmart, he says, I want to be the manager on the floor. Then when he's the manager on the floor, he says, I want to be a division manager. Then he's a division manager, and then he says, you know what? I want to be the president of the company. And if I can't be the president of the company because of politics, I'm going to start my own business. And when he works hard and he takes risks, remember, capitalists work hard. They take risk. A guy who wants socialism, he doesn't want to take any risk, but that's okay. I've always said, if you're going to be a homeless guy and you like being homeless, that's your lifestyle you choose, then be the best homeless person you can be. And that's why all of these things, they give money away and all these programs, they should be with the city, not the federal government. Because a city or town can really tell if that person needs a hand or doesn't, or if you bring welfare back to the town and to the city, stay away from federal government. Welfare should not be with the federal government. If a guy, you know him, he's healthy and he can work, then he doesn't get paid unless he works for your local highway department. Put him to work at the highway department. But with the federal government, the problem with the federal government, he gets a check. Nobody knows who he is. So they keep sending him a check. And they know the system. Some people who are homeless get more than a first-year teacher. They know the system. He's wrong. I believe that, yes, if you're making wealth, then you take that wealth and you target it. It's going to help people. Going to help people grow. Going to help people to be innovative, to help them out. I mean, it's just, I don't want to dwell on it, but it just drives me nuts, Mark Cuban, the genius. Give him credit for what he did, no question. This guy became a billionaire, no question about it. But let's get back to what's going on here. All right. Now that we have inflation, terrible inflation, you got to be in the right stocks. Please join my gang. Okay, join my gang. 877-600-GANG, $39.95. If you don't think that we're going to have a wild ride here, we are. Because when you got the President of the United States and the head of the Federal Reserve butting heads against each other, and we got the president backdooring him, where he's going to make sure inflation increases, and inflation is a killer of our economy. It kills you, destroys your economy. And these tariffs are going to kill our economy. It's a tax. You're going to be paying more for those 2,500 items than you ever did. You're talking about a 25% increase. Of course, they're going to say, well, the economy's growing, when it's not really growing. You're just paying more for the same goods you bought a week earlier. So, again, there are some terrific stocks. There's going to be great opportunities, but don't listen to these people that say, every time the market drops, buy on the pullback. You got to buy the right group. You got to buy the right. That's what we do all the time. And so at 2 o'clock, we post on all of our stock portfolio. Now, when I say portfolio, it doesn't mean you send us your money and we manage your money. No, we don't take your money. We don't touch your money. You don't send us that money. You join the gang. And then every day at 2 o'clock, we put down what you need to do. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we post it on site exactly what to do. Also, if you want to be an activist investor, then you can come to our class every day from 9:30 until 11 o'clock, where we answer any of your questions on your own stock. Some people don't even choose our portfolio. They don't even want to follow our portfolio. They have their own stocks they want to follow, but they got a coach from 9:30 to 11 they can find out, or any time during the day. You got total support. You don't get any of that. You don't get any of that with a 401k. So 877-600-GANG, join the gang. We're going to have some great interest. We're going to have some real interesting times in the next few weeks here. And we're going to make sure, and I'm going to make sure my members are going to be in the right position, whether the market goes down another 20% or the market goes up 20%. They can sleep at night. I will make a difference in your financial life. 877-600-GANG. Judge me by my performance.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make